So I will finish chapter 6 today, and then we will start chapter 7 tomorrow. There are just a few parts of chapter 7 that you really need to know, okay? Because for most of the time, chapter 7 will be in section B and will appear in those really challenging questions for students aiming at double star or 5 star, okay? 咁咧第7課咧，其實就你哋需要識嘅嘢咧，即係唔係好多嘅啫。咁啊，記幾條公式，跟住做幾種嘅題目咧，咁就得㗎啦。咁啊，因為咧絕大部分嘅第7課嗰啲嘅課題咧，即係喺 DSE 裏邊嘅課題咧，其實都係出喺呢啲 Section B 嘅超難嗰題目嗰度嘅。OK， 咁啊，絕大部分嘅同學咧都未必識得做到嘅，即係除非係你 aim at 5星星啊、5星嗰啲嘅話咧，咁先至學嗰一紮嘅課題嘅啫。咁第8課亦都係一樣啊，第8課 OK， 所以咧第7、第8課咧，我哋需要學嘅係好少嘅啫。咁所以你都係見我咧，即係花咗好多時間咧，係擺咗喺第6課嗰度嘅，好唔 OK？ 因為呢一個咧係你哋絕對可以做到嘅。OK， 好啦，咁我哋第6課，跟住第7課咧，我聽日教咗，或者可能呢個禮拜教咗一啲之後咧，咁其實咧我哋會同大家去温一温翻咧，即係 uniform test 嗰啲嘅嘢㗎啦。OK， 咁今日咧我會剩翻嗰3題 exercise 6E 嘅題目。OK， 26, 27 and 28 of exercise 6E, which is still about the variations. OK。So 26嗱，要做到真係好熟啊！希望大家啊 ，OK。但係有陣時咧，即係嗱，我相信大家咧 A part 嗰啲咧，你做咗咁多嘅話咧，你跟住嘅話咧，都應該做到啦。咁咧有陣時B part 嗰啲，即係已經揾咗條formula， 揾咗條 equation 出嚟啦，跟住佢再追問你另外一啲嘢嗰啲咧，我哋要留意啲字眼，即係睇下佢俾咗啲乜嘢你，然之後叫你 solve for 啲乜嘢。OK， 咁我哋即係特別留意呢啲。咁希望 A part 嗰啲咧，即係濕數啊、一式二式啊咁樣嗰啲咧，大家都希望可以做到熟晒，然之後做嘅時候咧，係真係可以準確地做到嘅，小心啲咁樣做。OK。So 26, the fee $P of ordering goods consists of 2 parts. Okay, so you can see the keyword 2 parts. P consists of 2 parts. So we are going to let P be the subject. And P should be equal to the sum of 2 parts. Okay, one part is a constant, and the other part varies inversely as the number of goods N ordered. Okay, one part is constant, we just let it be A, and then the other part varies inversely as the number of goods N. Okay, so that should be, because it is inverse variation, it should be a B over N. Okay, where A and B are not equal to 0. Okay, and then we try to find a pair of number, 2 pairs of numbers, okay, that can lead us to set up equation 1 and equation 2. So from the next sentence, we see that when N is equal to 2, P is 1,600. So we just put N equals 2, P equals 1,600 into our equation. So 1,600 is equal to A plus B over 2. Okay, and remember that I don't like fraction, but this fraction is not everything on the right. It is adding a non-fraction now. So we cannot just multiply the 2 to the left-hand side. We need to multiply 2 to every term in the equation. So 1,600 times 2 is 3,200. And then A times 2 is 2A. And then plus B over 2 times 2. The 2 and 2 will be cancelled. So what is remaining is just 2A plus B. And then I will write the 2A plus B on the left and the number on the right. And label this to be equation 1. Okay? And then if we want to get equation 2, then we need the second group of numbers. So when N is 4, P is 1,550. So we put N equals 4, P equals 1,550. Okay, so 1,550 is equal to A plus B over 4 this time. And again, we want to cancel out the fraction. So multiply every term by 4. So 1550 times 4 should be 6200. And then 4a plus b. And then write the letters on the left and the number on the right. And label this to be equation 2. Okay? And then from equation 1 and equation 2, we notice that the b terms are exactly the same. Okay? So we are going to just use equation 2 minus equation 1. Okay? Do the subtraction on the equations. So 4a minus 2a is 2a. And then b minus b cancelled. 6,200 minus 3,200 is 3,000. Okay, and then a is equal to 1,500. And when you have found the value of a, you can substitute the value of a into equation 1. So 2 times this number plus b is equal to 3,200. 3,000 plus b is 3,200, and then b is, due to subtraction, it should be just 200. Okay, so you can easily find the two values of the values of a and b, and then write down the complete information of the equation. Therefore, p is equal to a, that is 1,500, plus b over n, that is 200 divided by n. Okay, so that is the answer of part A. Then part B. 好啦，嗱，跟住咧 part B 睇下佢玩啲咩咯。If Peggy wants to order goods with a fee not greater than $1510，好啦，嗱呢一個咧認唔認到啊？啲字眼 not greater than 呢個世界有大過、等於同埋少於得3樣嘢，而家係 not greater than。not greater than， 咁即係可以係等於或者係 less than。OK， 所以咧 not greater than means less than or equal to， less than or equal to。Can you get this? Okay. So this less than equal to 1510. But what is less than 1510? Is the fee. So what is the fee? Well, the fee is P, right? So P is less than or equal to 1510. And the question asks you at least how many goods should she order? Okay, goods, how many goods? The number of goods. Number of goods is n. So the question asks you to find the least value of n. Okay, this is n. And given that if I want P to be less than or equal to 1510, then we just do this. P less than equal to 1510. But what is P? We have already found the formula for P. That is 1,500 plus 200 divided by n. Okay, and then I want it to be less than or equal to 1510. Okay, and then it is in terms of n, so we can solve for n. So first, subtract the 1,500 to the right-hand side. So what is remaining on the left is 200 divided by n, which is less than or equal to 1510 minus 1,500. That is equal to 10. Okay, and then multiply the n to the right-hand side. It's less than equal to 10n, and then divide the 10 to the left-hand side. So we have 20 is less than or equal to n. But I need to write n on the left-hand side of the inequality. So when n is compared with 20, n is on the larger side. So n should be larger than or equal to 20. Okay? But that is not the final answer, because the question asks you at least how many goods should she order. So what is the least value of n? Okay, therefore the least number of goods should be 20, because when n is larger than 20, then the minimum value of n is 20. Okay, so that is the minimum, that is the least n is 20，係嘛？最少要係幾多？如果 n 要係大過等於20嘅話咧，可以大過20或者等於20。咁 n 嘅數值最少要係幾多先至符合到呢一個不等式咧？咪就係20咯。Okay? So that is the answer of part B. Can you get this? Okay, and then number 27. So in a boutique, the selling price of a certain dress is $X. The profit of selling all these dresses is $P. It is given that P partly varies directly as X and partly varies directly as X square. 嗱，你哋做到而家咧，應該要見到 partly 呢啲咧，就係要感覺到係熟悉嘅題型翻嚟啦。OK， 係嘛？熟悉嘅感覺應該要翻嚟㗎啦嘛，得唔得？P partly varies directly as X and partly varies directly as X squared. Very clear. We should let the subject be P. And there are two parts. The first part varies directly as X, so A times X. Plus the second part varies directly as X squared, so B times X squared. Okay? Where A and B are not equal to 0. Okay? And so I think it is very clear that the question gives you two pairs of numbers. When X is 50, P is 12,500. So we just put the first group of number, X equals 50 and P equals 12,500 into our equation. So it's A times 50 plus B times 50 squared. Okay, and then simplify the terms first. 12500, no change. A times 50 becomes 58 plus B times 50 squared. That is 2,500 B. Notice that all the numbers are multiples of 50. Then just divide every term by 50. Okay, 12500 divided by 50 should be equal to 250. And then right-hand side, 50A over 50 is A. And 2,500B divided by 50 should be 50B. Okay, and then I will write the letters on the left and the number on the right and label this to be equation 1. Okay, and then for the second group of numbers, put X to be 100 and P to be 20,000. Okay, so 20,000 is equal to A times 100 plus B times 100 squared. So 20,000 is equal to 100A plus 10,000B. And notice that all the terms are multiples of 100. So just divide all the terms by 100. It should be 200 equals 1A plus 100B. And then write the letters on the left. Write the number on the right. Label this to be equation 2. Okay? And then notice that the A terms in equation 1 and equation 2 are exactly the same. So we are going to do the subtraction of the equation using equation 2 to minus equation 1. So the A terms are completely cancelled. And then for the B terms, we have 100B minus 50B. That should be just 50B. And on the right-hand side, 200 minus 250. That is a negative number, negative 50. Okay, so B should be negative 1. Can you get this? Okay, and then when you have found the value of B, just substitute the value of B into equation 1, and A plus 50 times negative 1 should be equal to 250. So A minus 50 equals 250, and then add the 50 to the right, and A should be equal to 300. Okay. So when you have found the values of all the unknowns, you may write down the conclusion. P is equal to A, that is 300 times X plus B, that should be -1 times X squared. Okay, and that is the answer of part A. Then part B, when P is larger than 12,500, find the range of values of X. Okay, P is larger than 12,500, but we have the formula for P. P is equal to 300x minus x squared, which is larger than 12500. Okay, and then can you see that this is a quadratic inequality? 二次不等式，有二次方嘅不等式，我哋就要用 happy face 嗰樣嘢嚟到做。Okay, so but the x squared term is negative on the negative side now. So we are going to move all the terms to the right hand side. So 0 is larger than x squared. This time is minus 300x and then plus 12500. Can you get this? And then write this thing on the left. It should be less than 0. Okay, and then we will shift to the Formula 1 and the happy face. Formula 1 with A equals 1, B equals negative 300, and C equals 12,500. Okay, and then you just use the calculator. 有冇答案啊？呢個睇下先啊。Formula 1, and then A is 1, B is negative 300, C is 12500. Yes, so X is equal to 250 or X is equal to 50. Can you get this from your calculator? And then we can draw the happy face. Because the happy face will have two intersection points here. The point on the left should get the smaller number, 50. And then the point on the right should get the larger number, 250. Can you get this? Okay, and then we have, the 2 point, divide the region into 3 parts, okay? Like this. And then the left part is x less than 50. The middle part is 50 less than x less than 250. And the right part is x larger than 250. Okay, and then we go back to the inequality to see which part shall we choose to be the solution. This time, because it is less than 0. Less than 0 means that we should choose the part below the x-axis. Okay, below x-axis, which means that it should be this part. Is that right? And then we will write this as the answer. Okay, so x should be 50 less than x less than 250. And that is the answer of part B. Is that okay? And then part C. Is it possible that the profit of selling all these dresses exceeds to $23,000? Explain your answer. Is it possible that 即係以下呢樣嘢有冇可能呢？ The profit exceeds 都提過多次啦。Exceeds means more than or larger than. Okay? Or greater than， 即係大過，有冇可能 profit 大過23,000啊？但係 profit 係邊一個英文字母啊？喺呢題嚟講，個 profit of selling all these dresses is $P. So this one should be P. P larger than 23,000. Is it possible? 咁我哋咪照寫咯。P larger than 23,000. Just write down this first. But we know the formula for P. That is 300x minus x squared. Okay, so this, in order this to be larger than 23,000, then again this is a quadratic inequality. 係一條二次不等式。咁我哋又好似頭先咁樣啦，將佢調過去 x square term 係 positive 嘅嗰邊啦。So this is x squared and then minus 300x plus 23,000. Okay, and write the thing on the left, which is less than 0. Okay, and again we are going to use the formula 1 to check, and the happy face here. Okay, so this time formula 1, and we have A being 1, B being negative 300, and C being 23,000. Okay, and when you use formula 1, let me see. It should be math error. Okay, math error means there is no solution. Okay, I mean, 小心啲喎，你唔好寫 no solution 喎。Math error 咧，即係咁樣樣啊。個 happy face 咧係掂唔到個 x 軸嘅，得唔得？冇掂到 x 軸嘅，冇掂到 x 軸嘅話咧，即係話佢成個 graph 都會喺上面，喺個 x 軸嘅上面。好啦，咁跟住我哋而家呢度咧係要揾咩啊？係 less than 0喎，係嘛？ Less than 0. So we need to find a part of the graph which is less than 0, like the one we did before. But from this graph, there is no part which is below x-axis, which means that there is no solution. No solution. Okay? There is no solution for this inequality, means that it is not possible to satisfy this condition. 即係我哋要個 P 大過23,000嘅話咧，我哋就揾唔到任何嘅 solution 去到支持到呢件事發生啦。get 到啊 ？OK， 咁我哋就答啦。Therefore, it is not possible. 就係咁。Is that okay? So that is part C. Okay, so please remember to write down the solution and upload to the Math app. Okay? Otherwise, I will count you as absent. So let me see. So please remember to upload to the Math app. Okay. So I still have a few minutes, but I think I do not have sufficient time to talk about the remaining question. So I will stop here, and tomorrow so please remember to bring the next chapter. That should be chapter 7. 聽日請你哋記得帶第7課啊。Okay. So please. 因為聽日你唔係我，聽日你哋咪翻嚟㗎，聽日你哋唔係翻嚟嘅 ，OK， 咁得啦 ，OK， and I will start chapter 7 tomorrow, OK， so if you have no problems, then that is the end of this lesson, and you may leave now. Goodbye.